Hey YouTube, Jake Kilroy here, back in the shop. Got a little project today. Bought this from Master Car as a way to brace a vertical piece of pipe that I was using as a instrument mount that will, there's a horizontal handrail. You grab the horizontal handrail and then brace the pipe. Well, two problems. One, this distance here is not long enough, right? It needs to be out farther. Two, the handrail that I was going to put this on has a curved section to it that this will not pass over. So I need something that opens up, or I've decided to go about it a different way. So this will not function. It's a nice piece. McMaster-Carr sells these. This one's designed for a piece of 1.5 inch OD tube, whatever you would use. You can build all sorts of things with these, with pipe, and you can build, handrails. You can build mezzanines. You can build. They sell a whole set of these things. They're not cheap. That's about $55 right there. So anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to build a new one that's going to operate differently. We're going to have a 1.5 inch hole that's going to go all the way through, and then it's going to taper down to a 1 inch section that's going to extend back to a clamp that clamps two handrails together, and then a 3/8 inch bolt will extend through that clamp into this this bracket. There's no reason to actually secure it to the piece of tubing because it is secured at the bottom very securely. This just needs to brace laterally, so I don't need any type of clamping action. I don't need a set screw or anything that would mar up the tube. It can just be a hole to size, and that's that. So we're going to have to cut this, and then we're going to drill. Let's see. I don't have a 1.5 inch rotor broach that's that long, but I believe this one, if I make a pass from both sides, this is a 2 inch depth of cut, and this is a 2 inch block. So I believe if I put it in the mill and drill from both sides, and just drill from one side, flip it, use a stop, and hit it again, I can drill through this. This is 7/16. Then we'll slap in a boring head and we'll bore it out to 1.5 inches, and that'll clean up any type of parting line or mess in the middle where the rotor broach met. Once that's done, we're going to put it in the big KT over here, and this is 2 inch block. And what I need is 1 inch in the middle. So we're going to basically take a 1/2 inch cut in on the piece like that, a 1/2 inch on each side, and that will actually, this is a 2.5 inch block, isn't it? Yeah, this is 2.5 inches. Okay, so we'll have to cut 3/4 inch off each side in order to bring this down to a 1 inch dimension, and then we'll leave it a little long, actually put it in place, mock it up to get that length, and then we will cut it to length And then I'll probably take a little cut up here just to get rid of that corner, and then we will cut it to length and drill it and tap it for the 3/8 inch bolt, and it'll be ready to go. So it should be pretty straightforward. I do need to go get a total length, just a guess at a total length. Obviously I don't want to waste any more material than I have to. And then we'll be over at the mill and we'll get to hitting it. Thank you. Alrighty, so we're going to mount the rotor broach. I got my rotor broach holder here, which uses a which is a set screw style, and I never have liked just mounting these things up in collets. So even though I know there's some people that do it, and it's probably perfectly safe, I'm just maybe a little more cautious or less experienced. Either way. Get in there. If you don't have the cool Tom Lipton style block, just put your little square up here. There you go. Square it up against the edge of that vise. Clamp it down. There you go. So we are good to go. Now this is a 2.5 inch piece, so we're going to come out. We're going to come in 1.25 inches here. So we're centered up on the Y here. So what we're going to do now is, I don't know exactly how much room I want to leave here, but I've got an 1 7/16 inch cutter, so let's go ahead and come in 1 inch. Let's give it another 1/8. How about that? All right. Yeah, it looks good. I'm going to clamp down the X, and the Y is already clamped down. This is aluminum, so you got to be very careful about packing all these chips up with aluminum. They will pack up like you would not believe. So the course of action here is going to be retract and retract often. Let me get some WD-40. All right, we're going to start off here in slow back gear. Okay, right there, take a look at this here. Okay, see this? See this packing in right here? This is what I was telling you about with aluminum. If you're advancing the tool through the work and everything seems easy and it's going along good and everything looks good, great. As soon as you feel any resistance, stop. Because either the aluminum's packing in the flutes here, or you get a bunch of chips stuffed up in the hole, which either case is bad. Alright, it's time to flip over. Clean off my vise as much as I can so I don't have to spend a bunch of time futzing with it. All right, now we're going to come in from the other side. All right, we're through. All right, there we go. Let's get this baby Well, we got to get this piece out so we can take this piece out, because we don't want to move the mill, because we want to leave it all lined up with the boring head. So give me just a second to clean up a little bit. All right, we're going to get the boring head set up here. This is a good old Bridgeport boring head and bar, and this is a little bar that uses a high-speed steel. I believe that's a 3/16, maybe a 1/4 inch, and we're gonna have to lower the head. Oh yeah, I'll key. Just a sec. All right. Okay. Well, we seem to be centered in there. Just need to pull it back and dial in our cut and let it rip. Right now I need to swap batteries. Alright, so we got the boring head mounted. I've gone ahead and brought the tool bit out to where it should just basically touch off. So we're going to give it one run down, make sure it's cutting evenly on all sides. Our lock is secure. Alright, we appeared to be zeroed out there. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock it. And I'm going to dial in our first cut. We'll go 25 thou. How about that? Alright, that feels pretty good in there, but that's only about a third of the way. So we need to unlock it again. And let's come around another 10, 25. All right. Let's go again. So our measurement worked out to 1506. I touched it a little bit there. And our piece of test pipe here, same tubing that'll be used for the mount. No burr on that end. This is the end that's deburred. Perfect. Let's get this baby out and let's get ready to get set up on the KT.